sour taste a good time spent with you. You are my everything, and you are why I sing. You are the spell of myself that I am conjuring. Taking every moment in this space to honor you as my guide to this place. You are my everything, and you are why I sing. You are the spell of myself that I am conjuring. Especially if I get someone's eye. Oh, you are my everything, and you are why I sing. You are the spell of myself that I am conjuring. You crack me open like a treasure chest. Jewels within me shine for the world to be blessed. I'll explode if I keep them inside, so I must share. And yes, it makes me scared because of what's laid bare. But I will keep on putting them out there. You are my everything, and you are why I sing. You are the spell of myself that I am conjuring. You are my everything, and you are why I sing. You are the spell of myself that I am conjuring. Thank you, everybody. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, DeCoster. We love when you come to bless us, don't we, everybody? Wonderful, wonderful. So we're going to hear more from DeCoster a couple more times, actually. But right now, let us center ourselves. We do have these auto-generated captions, and hopefully they will work for you all if there is a need. So that's a new development. And we are live on Facebook. We are also live on Facebook. So I saw that the triplets were here. Did the triplets want to offer the breathing for us? Let's see. Are the triplets there? I thought I saw them. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe not this week. Okay, so we will just move forward. I'm going to light the candle. If you have a candle, please feel free to light it on your end, recognizing that from this moment now, we are not on a Zoom meeting. No, we are not. This is sacred time. This is a time of deep focus, of one pointed concentration, as well as some fun and joy. So let us go within and feel your feet on the ground. And if it is comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes. And let us take 3 deep breaths together, like the triplets have been teaching us to do. Breathing in. And we breathe out. And again, we breathe in, recognizing the Spirit of God all around us. And we exhale outwards. And one more time, making this one count. Breathing in. And exhaling out all that does not belong to you. Yes. And so we are arriving now into this time, into this space in a way that we never have before. And so we say and we uphold all the names of God, giving thanks for the great mystery, giving thanks for love, giving thanks for the goddess, giving thanks for our lives forever enjoined with the holy. And so I ask a special prayer of blessing upon each and every person here tonight, that there may be a radical healing, that there may be an unfoldment and an awareness of a new love that we have never exactly tasted or touched or felt before, that we may be ignited, God, that we may remember that love lives inside us, that there is a love within us. This is a radical transformation that seeks us. God, help us to be your humble, faithful servants. Yes. Yes. And in that humility, may we recognize that it is a bold life that we get to live right here, right now. That this life that we are living in the last several months, this is no joke. Thank you for bolstering us. Thank you for giving us the strength. Thank you for giving us the hope in seemingly hopeless times. We thank you for the faith that we cling to. We remember what binds us together is this love. Yes, a prayer of blessing upon each and every person here. May hearts and minds be opened tonight. May bodies be healed. May spirits be uplifted. May souls be supported. And we release this prayer now. We all release this prayer, saying, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Asheo. Okay. And I'll, Taylor X, please, if you would you read our land acknowledgement and our path acknowledgement? Taylor X.
Hello, everybody. Taylor X here. He and him are my pronouns. At this time, we want to take a moment to reflect on the lands on which we reside. We are coming from many places, and we acknowledge the ancestral homelands and traditional territories of Indigenous people who have been here since time immemorial, and to recognize that they are still here, fighting for human rights, for lands and their culture. It is important not only to honor the legacy and lives of our original caretakers of this land, but to continue to build our solidarity with Native peoples across the Americas and across the globe. I am in North Hollywood, and I acknowledge and honor the land of the Chumash, the Tongva, Fernandeño, Tataviam. So please take a moment to acknowledge the Indigenous people of the lands where you are located in the chat. Thank you so much.
And that path acknowledgement as well, Taylor X.
Okay. This is a path acknowledgement. We like to take this time to acknowledge and honor the many paths and beliefs represented here. We honor all religions, philosophies, ideologies, belief systems, healing modalities, and spiritual perspectives. We honor the life experience and wisdom you have brought here today. We respect you and we welcome you in this brave space. And we emphatically state that disrespect, prejudice, discrimination of any kind has no place here. We empower one another through respect and strength to be true revolutionaries of love and justice. Remember, we see you, we hear you, we love you. If you have a path, faith, tradition, belief system, please share it in the chat so we may get to know you better. Thank you.
Thank
Do you want to do memes?
You know what? Why not? Why go for it? Thank you.
Okay. Pretty please with sugar on top. We have the memes out and we would really like you to get those and share those at every page you come to. The Revolution of Love is growing, and thanks to your help and to your actions, we are growing as a group, and that's a great thing. And changing the world is something that we do think of, and we believe we can do it one meme at a time. So thank you so much for all your help.
Thank you so much, Taylor X. Love it. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. If you don't say that, I don't know what I would do. It's a staple. It's a staple. So yes, I'm Reverend Felicia Perez-Zader. This is the official welcome now. My pronouns are she, her, hers, they, them, theirs. I am in North Hollywood, so that is the land of the Tongva, the Chumash, and the Fernandino Tataviam people. And I thought I should share that I am a spiritual eclectic. So I am a minister. I love religion, and I'm a spiritual eclectic, I'll say that. So that's in response to Taylor X's path acknowledgement that he just read. So you have just stepped into a field, my friends. I don't know if you realize that. You stepped into a love learning zone tonight. That's what we're going to call this. This is the love learning zone. So I'm going to invite you to stay grounded, to take sips of water if you need to enjoy yourself, to remember that there is really no such thing as a safe space, so that this is a brave space. So that's going to mean your full participation and your full presence here. Let's really mean it when we say that the time is now and that we are creating a revolution of love. Yes, that means we need to be fully present and unencumbered. So I invite you, let us all welcome ourselves fully into this love learning zone tonight. We're in stage 7 of the Hope Cycle, which is love. And I look forward to sharing more about that later. We welcome you, all faith backgrounds, as Taylor X was just saying. So all identities, all abilities, all classes, all statuses, everything, all species, and all orientations. So this is your ministry, my friends. This is a ministry for the people, of the people. I think it's time to do our Revolution of Love blessing. And that's when we say really loud and really proud, we see you, we hear you, and what? We love you. We love you. So everybody can come off of mute. We're going to say this one time. So make that one time. And if you even want to put it on gallery and say it to somebody and send some really positive, good stuff their way, great. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
We
see you, we hear you, we love you.
Yes, great.
Yay.
Yay! I just heard that. Yay! Okay, so my friends, like I said, enjoy. Also, please do take a deep dive tonight. It's really important. We are co-creating this together, and we will get out of it what we put into it. Without further ado, I'm going to kick this on over to Melanie, who is going to read our mission statement.
I'm ready. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Manny. This is the Revolution of Love Ministry and Movement's mission statement. The Revolution of Love Ministry and Movement is an inclusive, diverse, global ministry and movement focusing on the inner work of self and the outer work of service through the teachings of nonviolence, spiritual psychology, and philosophy.
And now we will have Trevor read our vision statement. Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, thank you, Rev. Revolution of Love Ministry and Movement Vision Statement. The Revolution of Love is a global ministry and movement of spiritual renewal and outreach dedicated to healing, transformation, and love. We embrace people where they are at religiously, spiritually, and welcome those who may be agnostic or atheist. At the Revolution of Love, we commit to our highest good. We transform through a heart and mind opening experience, and we claim our divine responsibility and honor to be change agents in the world. We do not enable, co-sign, or align with any system, structure, or policy of hatred, oppression, or violence. We do stand for positive peace. We work for transformative justice. We bring absolute compassion and radical love, and we believe in God with all its names. We are the visionaries and the dreamers, architects of peace, strategists creating a new world of what ought to be today. No matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from, who you love, we welcome you, we love you. The time is now, this is the revolution.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. You know, you could have said it twice. I think it like enunciated even that much more tonight. So yeah, if that ever happens, go with it, right? So thanks, Trevor. Thanks, Melanie. And gosh, we're just skipping right along tonight. You know, that's yeah, we're just moving right along. So I think it's that time, Manny. DJ Manfred Fig, if you would do those announcement on.
Well, it's a blessing to be here again tonight, everyone. Thank you, Trevor, and everybody before me. My name is Manny. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. My pronouns are he and him, and I've got some announcements for you. And these are the announcements for the upcoming month, which is March. That is correct. Your rent is due tomorrow. Our Linktree, which you'll be seeing in a moment, I'll be posting links after I speak that you can interact with, maybe even copy and paste onto the side. You'll be able to see a one-stop shop to be informed of all the latest happenings here at the Revolution of Love. There you can sign up for Rev Felicia's midweek boost and service invitation, connect with Revolution of Love Facebook group, and learn of ways to be of service and get into action. If you didn't already know, Revolution of Love has merch. T-shirts, hoodies, and long sleeves are all available when you visit our Linktree and click on our campaign, Wear It to Believe It. Wear our activism and the Revolution of Love vision on your sleeve and close to your heart. Additionally, Rev Felicia will be on Zoom with the Holy Spirit Retreat Center, leading discussions and teachings on topics such as forgiveness and anger from a spiritual and justice-based lens. These are the first and third Tuesday of the month from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time. So, how is the Revolution of Love a movement, you may ask? By inviting you and I into action. In 2021, we will continue to present you with the different events and actions that you can take part in. Even during a pandemic, for folks that may not be able to get out into the streets, you can do something as well. First off, open yourself up and educate yourself. Check out our abolition resources link on the Linktree. Remember, Revolution of Love is a visionary ministry and a movement committed to justice. Between services, we educate ourselves on what may seem idealistic or utopian, that we bend the arc towards justice. That said, please go to blacklivesmatter.com and find a chapter near your city, white identified folks. Also look up for a local chapter of Surge showing up for racial justice, and that is going to be a .org that you can visit. Surge is consistently putting out events, calls to action, and webinars. Also, check out the work of CLUE, Clergy and Lady United for Economic Justice at cluejustice.org. Roll is continuing to work with organizations mobilizing for justice. Do you value and enjoy what you're receiving here at Roll? A healthy church means a healthy reciprocity flow. Time, energy, and currency all go into these services, so your donations and contributions keep the revolution going. Go to our Linktree and donate there through Venmo or PayPal, or however you can. And if that isn't a way you can contribute, please spread the word. One way is through social media. We're live on Facebook right now. Hello, Facebook people. So those of you there can share this service to your pages and participate in that way. Also, invite people to service via social networks. Please get the word out. Additionally, subscribe to Roll's Love Ministry and Movement YouTube channel and Rev Felicia's personal YouTube channel. Everyone can give and participate in some way. Last but not least, we thank you for being here tonight. Enjoy the rest of this evening. Take good care, and we'll catch you next week. Be blessed. One last thing, actually. If you haven't already, maybe reach out to somebody that you may have not said hi to just yet, or maybe seems new that have joined us tonight. I'm sure they'd enjoy it. Back to you, Rev.
Thank you for that addition there, Manny. Yeah, please utilize the chat. Let's, as I always say, let's be creative and the ways that we are connecting. It's really, really important right now. I know that a lot of you have been pretty tired. This has been many, many months. So we just have to get creative and continue to connect any way we can. It's vital. It's really vital. So again, thanks, Manny, for all of those announcements. And now we will be hearing again from DeCoster. And DeCoster, please do let the folks know a little bit about yourself before you play, and also put your info in chat when you get done. I want.
Yeah, sure. Well, my name is Paul DeCoster. I go under the name DeCoster. I'm based out here in Brooklyn in a neighborhood which is called Flatlands. It's not far from Brooklyn College. And I met the Reverend Felicia Perez-Zader through a mutual friend of ours named Renee Collins, who is originally from San Francisco. He joins this ministry from time to time. He's a songwriter based in Los Angeles. And through him, I got to know Reverend Perez-Zader, and I was out in a folk festival, and I met her there when she was living in the Bay Area. And we connected, and it was really nice, and it was a very lovely time. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, I was unable to come out to Los Angeles to perform, which I intended to do last year, I think around the end of May. When things subside, I hope to do that again. But it's a real pleasure. I'm doing some service for you guys and just performing for you. And I tend to like spiritual circles because that's what I resonate with the most. So now to do something, I'm gonna do a song right now I called True Believers. Let's see. And this is a song which I think was appropriate for tonight. So the music that you hear in your head is coming out of you like a symphony. You've always had something to say, but now you say it with no anxiety. People say what's come over you, the ones who used to look at you and roll their eyes. But you can see from their effortless smiles, your spirit's got more power than you realize. You're beginning to sound like a true believer. You're beginning to sound like a true believer, and you wanna know what? You're beautiful. So your movie star imagination is finally gonna deal with the real world. Cast your heart in the part of the hero, and don't you worry if you can't get the girl. You've always had something to say, but you counted on people to agree with you. The rejection caused your breakdown, but opened up a space for light to shine on through. You're beginning to sound like a true believer. You're beginning to sound like a true believer, and you wanna know what? You're beautiful. Doesn't it feel great to have a home you can take with you wherever you go? Doesn't it feel good to be at rest when you're out there putting on a show? So the love you thought would never return comes back to you in a better form. 'Cause now you maintain a sanctuary where love has a space to keep so warm. Love and desire and rhythm combine in exactly the way you always wanted them to. Singing praises to God is like sex, except the energy is forever new. You're beginning to sound like a true believer. You're beginning to sound like a true believer. You're beginning to sound like a true believer. Ooh, yeah. You're beginning to sound like a true believer, and you wanna know what? Yeah, you wanna know what? Yeah, you wanna know what? You're beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you much, you guys.
Yes, we love you, DeCoster. We love you, Paul. If I
I
can
love
call
you guys too, man.
I know when you're performing it's DeCoster, but I feel compelled to calling you Paul right now.
Call me Paul, of course. Absolutely. It's my name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so
to talk to you guys.
let us receive this blessing that DeCoster has just effortlessly given to us, my friends. And let us take a moment to pause and realize that this life is a blessing and that we are here together at 6:32 p.m. in the Pacific time on this 28th of February, 2021. And that we are in a moment right now that we have never lived in, through, tasted, touched, felt, heard, yes, experienced. And what is this moment saying to you? As we sit here, my friends, what do you hear? Do you hear your heartbeat? Do you hear a sound outside? What do you feel? Does your heart flutter? Are you wondering what you're going to eat after this? Maybe it's something you see, and not so much in the literal sense. Maybe it's something you've been seeing in your life lately that is calling to you, telling you to come closer. What do you know? What knowing has been reckoning with you? What knowing has been revealing itself to you? Tonight, this is about love. And it's not about a love that we were taught in Sunday school even. No offense. No offense. No, 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 no. This is about a love that is amplified. It is about a revolution of love. Yes, it is. Tonight, we are in the zone. And our sight and our sound and everything that we touch, everything that we hear, everything that we know is inviting us into a deeper and greater expanse of a new love. Again, not a love that society or culture or any religion or even it may be the spirituality, the spiritual circles that we have long been in has taught us. No, it's bigger than that. It's even bigger than that. And so we must ignite the love within us like we never have before. God is calling us to live in love. There was a Facebook post that I put out the other day. It said, love is ... And I want to read you some of the responses that people posted. Patient, kind, healing. There was quite a few healing. Love is the only destination, and we all get there. Someone else wrote, my family. Several comments about that, the family. The meaning and the reason for all creation. One of you said that right here. Someone else wrote, critical to our survival. Love is critical to our survival. Energy, energy. Love is unconditional. That came up again quite a few times. Love is everything. Love is all there is. Love is eternal. Love is all you need. And then one of my favorites that came up again and again, love is. Period. Love is. Conversely, there were these. Love is a battlefield. Remember that song from the 80s by Pat Benatar? That actually happened a few times. Some different people wrote that. Now it gets interesting, so get ready for this. Love is dangerous, endangered, scarce, elusive, temporary, a myth. Love is difficult, and love is pain. We talk a lot about love here. Everywhere we seem to go, I think it's always about love, isn't it? One way or the other. Love songs, movies about love. We all want love. You know, everybody wants that eros, that romantic relationship of love that is forever pulling you forward and igniting your soul and satiating you. We've heard the songs. One of my personal favorites from the Beatles, All You Need Is Love. And yet here we are. In so many ways, we see the violence. Again, what else is talked about here? Not just love, violence. And all of these different forms of violence that splinter us and our love and the ability to really bring love, the ability to really know love. The different forms of violence that degrade our souls, whether it be the racism or the xenophobia or the homophobia or any of the isms and the phobias that I have not mentioned, these things that chip away and degrade people's souls and make it damn near impossible for people to even trust love. See, if we really get down to it, my friends, do we really trust love? Do we really believe that all you need is love? That love can conquer all? That love is, as this one person wrote, a destination and we will all get there? Do we really believe this? Let's hold our feet to the fire tonight and ask, do we really believe it? Now, you could say in a cursory way right now, of course I believe that. I'm committed to this path. I'm committed to my healing. But be real. Let's be honest, all of us. When the chips are down, when we feel pain, as this one person wrote, when we feel fear, and when we feel doubt, do we still believe that all you need is love? Love conquers it all? I'm not so sure, because if we watch the actions of ourselves and our fellow sisters and brothers, there's a disconnect. There is a disconnect. Okay, so there's a disconnect. We've named that. If we're really going to be honest and take our moral inventory, take our spiritual inventory, then we can say, okay, yeah, there are fragmentations. There are parts of myself that are fragmented, that don't always believe in a love that will conquer everything. Where do we go from here? Well, this is why we stress the inner healing here. When we build our spiritual containers, my friends, the more we excavate the places of wounds, the wounding, the more we will live in love, the more we will believe in love. But there's something else I want to add tonight. It's not only about the inner work here. There's something else that has come to me. See, I don't particularly believe that love is always patient. I don't particularly believe that love is always unconditional. Kind, yeah. Hard, yes. I think, yes, it is difficult. And so what I want to throw out here into the space, and I want us all to really expand, like I like to say, is that the definition of love, our ideas about love, our practice of bringing love, and I'm talking a higher love now, it must be amplified. And to go on these old tropes, these old narratives, is keeping us stuck. It's keeping us degrading ourselves. It's keeping us killing each other. It really is. The definition of love that I would like to present, I think Manny is going to put it in the chat, and I will read it. So Manny, when you get a moment, if you could put this definition up. And I'd like everybody to really allow yourself to not just think about it, you definitely think about it, but to feel into it. And that is love. That is a way of being and living, including breath, including force, including power and presence, which I hope everyone is present tonight, and presence. Feel it. Breath, force, power, and presence through the body, through words said, as I'm speaking right now, and words unspoken, energy felt and directed, and practices exalting truth, compassion, and justice. There's a lot, my friends, that we can say about love tonight. I mean, if we don't start expanding, okay, here it is. Here's the takeaway from what I'm saying to you. If we don't start expanding our notion of love, our definition of love, then I don't see how we're going to change. I don't see how we're going to change ourselves. I don't see how we're going to change the world. Gosh, we are sophisticated people, aren't we? We are committed to growing along spiritual lines, aren't we? I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in the old ways. I'm not interested in the old tropes and the old narratives and the old days. I'm interested in the now. And I think you are too. And so as we take on a different idea, a different definition, a different notion of the ingredients of love, I don't think people are going to be that afraid of it. I don't think you're going to be afraid of it anymore. I don't think there needs to be doubt around it. No. See, it's not love we don't trust. It's ourselves. Let me say that again, please. It's not love that we don't trust. It's ourselves. I don't blame anybody either for being confused about this thing called love, or being afraid of this thing called love, because this is the apex. Hey, this is stage 7 of the hope cycle, my friends. This is going up the mountain. This is the ascension. There's a reason it's the last stage, because it is so risky. It takes so much courage. It takes so much bravery. But we are a sophisticated people, are we not? And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean that is, look at what we have done. Look at the things that we have created. But it's not going to amount to a hill of beans until we expand this definition of love. Because like I said, we are going to keep on a cycle of violence ad nauseum. It's high time that we expand this notion of love. That we break down this concept. Love is patient and kind. Okay. And it is also aggressive It is also a power and a force to be reckoned with. It is also ineffable. It is also very hard to understand. And it is going to shift. Here's the thing, we must be shapeshifters in this thing called love. We must be shapeshifters. If we think that there can be a cookie cutter way to bringing love, whether it's for my activist friends and organizer friends out there, to a protest or to a rally, that's simplistic. Or to your family members, or to your job, if you have one. Prayerfully, we all have jobs right now. If to a loved one, there is no cookie cutter way with this thing called love. And let me tell you something else, okay? Let me say this. I broke down 2 weeks ago, eros and philia and storge and agape. Forget it. It's all a higher love. No, it's a highest love. Let me correct myself. It is all a highest love. See, we bring the highest love to everything. That's all there is to know about it. We bring the highest love from the highest place. Yes, remember how I always say this to you all, and you've been saying it back, and I appreciate that. We bring that to everything. It's not about putting it in little boxes and, okay, well, this is the romance and this is the this and the friendships. No, it's all of it. See, just break down the walls. Let's break it down. Break down the walls tonight. I know I'm using my arms a lot. But to think of it, to realize that it is a force, that there is power, that there is energy, that it is ever moving, that it is ever present. It is in the words, even now as I am amplified, that there is love that is in this atmosphere that is coming through me to you and back again. Please give it back. It is everything, my friends. It is everything. It is not about these, like I said, I know I'm repeating it, but it bears worth repeating. These tropes around, okay, well, it's this and it's that, and it's unconditional. Well, you know what? The reason people are scared of it is because they go like this, they open themselves up, and then they begin to bleed out, like their entrails. That's a disgusting image, but I think it's a good one. Their entrails is coming out. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't want to love either. I wouldn't want to put this all on the line for a revolution of love. But see, if we utilize the tools that we have been going through systematically, from hope, from the aliveness that we got in the first stage, curiosity, the question of what if our lives could be different, the third stage, wonder, and beginning to look around in a place of, I believe that my life could change. I believe that our lives could change. I believe that, yes, this world could change. To the next stage, the fourth stage of exploration, of I am honest. I'm going to get honest about the bullshit that I carry, about the replications of violence that I am committing. I'm going to call it out. See, all of these were tools to prepare us. And then that fifth stage, oh yes, do you remember? We heard the voice. Come, be with me. And God called us into this cave, and I feel very much like I am in this cave tonight. Things going on in my own life. This cave where we began to come together and grieve and praise all at the same time. And the beauty and the lessons that were on the cave floor. And when we were ready, the stone, yes, it was rolled away, and God called us out. And at that point, it was like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go out of this cave. I was actually beginning to like it here. I want to stay here for a little while longer. No, we had to go. We had to go. And it was that wayshower, that person that asked, do you believe? Do you believe? And see, this was a different believing than that third stage of wonder. The statement here was, I know. We know, and I invited you all, accept your knowing. Don't ever gaslight somebody. Unsubscribe from violence. Don't ever gaslight yourself. See, we have been on a journey that was designed to prepare you. There he is. A journey that was designed to prepare us for this ascension to love. There's the little baby boy. There's my little dog. And so we have to, before we go up the mountain, we have to really ask ourselves if we are going to take on a new definition of what love is, of what it can be, of how we are going to bring it. It is an energy, it is a force, it is a power. It is only everywhere in our lives if we choose. Will we choose? We cannot keep on getting what we're getting. What do I mean? To be very clear, because sometimes I think that it's obvious and maybe it's not. I mean these forms of soul degradation. I mean the killings of Black and brown people. I mean families, kids in cages, the LGBT community being killed. And it's not only killing as if that weren't enough. It's the degrading, the threats, the microaggressions, the forms of a structural violence, a systemic violence. Gosh, this love that I'm speaking to tonight, to close up here, this love that I am feeling in this moment tonight, this is the love that can change policies, that can topple down structures. I don't want us to come away from this going, well, that was a really nice feeling, for however many minutes. No, like I said, this is in everything, and this is an every day, every moment practice, every single moment. And when we think about it in these terms, that love is a force, that it is a power, that definition, that is in the breath, in the energy, we realize that this is not something passive. It is not something simplistic. No, that it can indeed topple down the systems of violence, but that means us taking it absolutely seriously. That means us getting up off our asses, sorry, mom and dad for swearing, getting up off our asses and absolutely committing. This is not easy work. I can tell you, this work, in all transparency, of all the years of studying love, which meant studying violence, it's taken me to my knees at times. So it is hard. But we read in the vision statement that we are here to change the world, that we are the architects of peace, that we are visionaries, that we are strategists. So if you believe, I think you do, that if I believe, and I know I do, then we must forever keep going. Don't ever think that your works that you are doing right now, if they are invested and if they are truly imbued in this love that I have been speaking to, don't ever think that it is for nothing. The truth is that we have already been creating this revolution of love alongside millions of other people. And so when we might hang our heads down in a weary, full state, we must remember that our ancestors are looking out over us, that our guides are with us, and that there are miracles of people that are doing this work that believe in a revolution of love. This is my pressing blessing. This is my prayer for us tonight. I want you to use it throughout this week, however you feel called to using this word, this energy, this power, this force. Do it. Let us all do it. And so it is. Bless you. Bless you, my friends. Let us take a pause now, a sacred pause to receive this. Thanking God, thanking love, thanking one with many names, however you call God, the source. We give thanks. And we will stay in this prayerful moment right now. And I invite you to put prayer requests in the chat if you feel so called, if you feel so moved. It can be a prayer for you or someone else or something on the macro level, however you feel called. And we will just go into a prayerful state now. More of a prayerful state, I should say. Holy One, what a joy it is to be here together, to be with one another, no matter what. Yes. And if there are hearts and minds here that are hurting tonight, or bodies that are ailing from something, a blessing upon that, upon them, upon those. Give us strength and courage to keep going, to keep staying in this life's journey. Yes. God, we give thanks for the knowing of you, however people know you here, whatever name they know you by. I ask that the revealing of you keeps coming more and more into a fruition for them. May no one here feel alone, or lonely, or be in aloneness, but instead be in the all oneness with you. Yes, we are bound together by your love, God. And let us live in this love, and let us completely expand out and forward into a new love, into an amplified love, that we really may do your work, your good works. Yes, we know that you will hold our feet to the fire on this. Yes, there is no other way. This way is you. It is all for you. And I will turn my attention to the chat right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let us now, on behalf of Melanie, for Kayla, that she never forgets that she is loved from the highest. And so we lift up Kayla right now. Yes, thank you. I see those hands up. Thank you. And for me and for Melanie, that also Melanie remembers that she is loved from the highest. Always remembering that. Yes, we lift you up, Melanie. And on behalf of Erin, for Juniper, as she is battling cancer. So I always like to say here, we say at Revolution of Love, someone is experiencing cancer. They are not beholden to it, and that there is a healing always that will happen. And we may not know what that looks like, but it will happen. And so we lift that up right now on behalf of Juniper. And a prayer for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will receive that prayer. Thank you, Erin. And on behalf of Dr. Robert Gross, tomorrow, March 1st, is the Disabled Day of Mourning. And so for all disabled victims of violence, prayers for our disabled brothers and sisters. Ashe and amen to that. Thank you. And so we lift that prayer up right now. And on behalf of Mylene, continued prayers for the unhoused. Yes. So many folks on the streets or wherever they might be that do not have a house. And so we lift them up, praying for their mercies, praying for their food, praying for their nourishment of all kinds. And now also a prayer on behalf of Paul, prayers for the new age to arrive in all its glory. Yes, it's arriving. We are part of that. And we are floating and riding it right now. Yep, we are. Thank you, Paul. And then Paul, from Melanie, for Rania, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, that she remember that her love for others is valued, cherished, and appreciated. Yes. If there are any more prayer requests, yes, there is. Prayers to those that are no longer with us. There are many close to Manny who have lost someone in the last week and in this last year and require healing from their losses, and may they find a renewed faith and hope and love. And I would also like to ask you all to lift up a prayer for the Doe family and my dear friend Fred. Forgive me, sorry. Just healing for all of us as we move forward. Forgive my tears. They're just tears to God and transparency. Okay. Any other prayer requests? Any other prayer requests? Let's just hold for a moment. Okay. I'd like to offer up a prayer on behalf of those that have experienced COVID or that are experiencing COVID as well. And that also goes, let's extend that prayer out now to any ailment at all that affects the physical body. And I think also a prayer for our four-leggeds, whether they're cats or dogs or any of the wingeds. A little prayer for my beloved Justice that obviously wants to be heard. And so we center our four-leggeds right now, and we love them and we cherish what they bring into our lives. I know there's a lot of people right now at this ceremony that have animals, that have furry family. Let me just, okay. So I think that is all the prayers. So let us now imagine, if you would, just us holding these prayers. And then if you would like to imagine us lifting them up to the heavens, if that is something that you are into. And just imagining all of that love and that thankfulness and giving thanks to God, giving thanks to this highest place, that we get to be heard and that we get to be alive right here, right now. Yes, God, we give thanks. If the only prayer that we ever say is thank you, we're good. And so we release these prayers, and I specifically release all of these prayers. And we say, Amen, Amin, Ashe, and Aho. Aho. And now, Paul DeCoster, if you would take it away for us. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you very much for that sermon, Reverend. It was a real pleasure listening to it. So, to do my last song, I'm going to do a song which is from my latest album, Universe. I'm going to be recording some new songs. I'm in the process of recording right now. But here's a song which I think might be appropriate for tonight, and it's called The Spirit in Me. On the streets alone, the expression on my face is stone. I got shades to hide my eyes, 'cause I know how this world can scrutinize. Well, some have pity, some have scorn. Give me the evil of being born. Don't think for me to lost my way, 'cause the spirit in me will guide me all my days. People see me in all kinds of places, feel my presence in many spaces. Lots of people follow me around. I swear to God I'm no publicity hound. They want a piece of what I got inside. Am I cocky for taking stride? Some of you might say you're some of that true. Well, the spirit in me is also within you. Everybody needs love, that's a fact. Some people hide it behind an act. You know you can't be attacked for the love and more you got. There's no such thing as a half-life. If you want your soul to be saved. If you've ever seen me deep in thought, reckoning with what my life has wrought, well, the spirit in me is just rekindling. Whatever motivation's dwindling, I'll re-emerge from the lion's den. I take on the world. The spirit in me is also within you. The spirit in me is also within you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Reverend, and thank you, everybody, for listening. And thank you so much for this beautiful service. It's always a pleasure to play for you guys.
Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I love that song. I love it. Thank you so much, Paul, and everybody that made. I see Peter, did you mean to have your hand up? Let's see. I don't know if Peter means to have his hand up, but there's a raised hand. Yes.
Sorry. I meant to clap.
Oh. Well, you're just accentuating that clap, yes?
Mhm.
So everyone, this concludes our service. I want to thank everybody that came out. That includes you, and of course the people that read, and from Mylene also blessing us, and we just went through a real journey. So take it in tonight. Maybe if you don't have to do anything, don't. Just kind of bask in this, my friends. So you are loved. We see you. We hear you. We love you. Please take good care, and we will see you next week. You can come off mute and say your goodbyes if you'd like.
Thank
Goodbye. Great
So long,
sermon.
everyone.
Goodbye,
Great sermon.
Thank you.
Music, Paul.
Great to be with you.
And
Thank you for the
Mylene,
music,
as
Paul.
always.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Take
Becky.
care.
Guys.
Care.
Hi,
Love
everyone.
you all.
Bye, Paul.
Good job, DeCoster. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Want many
Manny.
Good job, Manny.
service you do.
Thank you, DeCoster. Thank
Love
you,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
As usual.
Bye.
Thank
Bye, Mylene.
Mark, hi. Goodbye, Taylor.
Everyone.
Goodbye. See you
Bye,
later,
guys.
Trevor.
Meet you.
Bye, Mark. Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Bye, John
Bye,
Boy.
Evie.
Bye,
Hey,
John.
Ken.
Bye,
How you
Mark.
doing?
Good night, Dick. Good night, Spoon.
Good night, Fork. No, I'm just kidding.
Good night, Craig.
Knife. Knife.
Somebody said good night,
Thank you for
Spirit. Good night,
joining.
Moon.
Oh, Rev, my Rev.
Oh, Taylor, my Taylor.
What is
We'll flip on over to that other link for those that served tonight.
Sounds good.
That was my question to you, actually.
Yes.
I don't have the link accessible. Can we send it to me privately? Because it's in my email.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I already got it here.
Manny's got it. Manny's got it.
God bless
Yep.
you, Manny. Thank you.
Of course. Here you go.
Right there, Ken.
Craig. Hi, Craig. Okay, so we'll see you on the flip side then, and then I'll talk on the rest of you later.
Well,
Later.
well, Reverend, I'm gonna go now because I'm probably gonna be having to go to what's this? I'm probably gonna have to